What's up you guys, it's Alexa and welcome back to my channel. So in the spirit of Mother's Day, I am doing a video that has nothing to do with mothers at all. In today's video, I'm going to be transforming my dad's clothes into cute clothes that I would 100% wear. You know, this video would actually be really perfect for Father's Day, but kind of just happened this way. Also, side note, my hair is a freaking mess right now, so it is dried, fried, and I can't do anything to it. That's why I kind of just like pinned it back or whatever. Anyways, I'm very off topic, but if you guys are new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe down below and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on the next time that I post. And with all that being said, let's start cutting up my dad's clothes. First, I'm going to show you how to make this polo shirt set. Also, I need a fill really bad, but anyways, you need elastic, pins, a safety pin, scissors, and a men's polo shirt. Oliver actually got this dirty right before I filmed this, so just ignore that, please. The first step is to cut your shirt in half where you want the split to be. Fold the top of the skirt down about an inch and sew a straight stitch all the way around, leaving a 2-inch gap. Next, cut a piece of elastic that fits around your waist. By the way, I tried to make this into a heart, but it just looks like a butt. Add a safety pin to the end and thread it through the tunnel. Like always, I like to pin the other end down just so it doesn't get lost inside of the tunnel. Once you get to the other side, sew the two ends together and close up the gap to finish the skirt. For the top, I just folded the edge down about a 1/2 inch and I sewed a straight seam all the way around to hem the bottom. I picked this one up at the thrift store and I actually like this one way better because it has a little slit right here and it has like a little high-low hem and it's an actual polo shirt. I just like that it's pink and it's a cute little pink set, so. To make this Nike dress, you basically need the same materials and a pair of men's track pants. First, cut off the waistband because we won't be needing that, and then cut down the front and the back crotch seams. These pants have pockets that we obviously won't be using because it'll be up to my boobs, so I'm just gonna pin and sew this down to close it up. You guys are more than welcome to keep it if you want like extra storage for around your boobs, but I mean it's up to you. Cut up the leg along the inseam to open up the piece and repeat this to the other leg. Place the two pieces on top of each other with the right sides kissing and cut along the old front crotch to make a new straight side and repeat this to the other side. You can also cut the length at this time if you don't want to deal with all that extra fabric. Next, pin and sew the two edges with a straight seam. Also, don't forget to cut the pocket from the inside because it will definitely get in the way. Try on your dress and make adjustments so that it fits snugly around you. You don't want it to be really tight because you still need to be able to fit into your dress, but just make it fit so that it's like nice and snug. As you can see, I made multiple seams to fix the fit. I kept one side completely straight, and this was the side with the Nike logo because obviously that's going to be my front. And for the back, I just made it a little curved, like a curved seam to fit my waist and my hips. For the top of the dress, I repeated the same process that I did with the polo shirt set. So I sewed a tunnel, I threaded the elastic through, and then I closed up the gap. To finish off the dress, I just hemmed the bottom all the way around and I was completely done. I think I put the Nike sign a little too low. I feel like it should have been like right here. It would have been so perfect. So you know what? Don't cut the length until you're really for sure about the length because that's what I did. I was just like, oh, this is the perfect length. So now I have an under boob Nike sign. And lastly, I'll show you guys how I made this romper. You need the same materials again and an oversized men's shirt. First, I turned the top inside out and sewed a new side seam because 1, I needed to make the top a little bit more fitted, and 2, I will be using the seam allowance as ribbon. Once you sew the seam, cut off the excess seam allowance and cut even strips from the seam allowance and sew them together to make a really long string. I like to match up the corners so that the 2 strips make a V so that when I open it, the seam isn't concentrated in one specific area. Once you have your long strip, fold it in half and sew a straight stitch all the way across. Next, cut your top in half where you want the waistband to land. Okay, this next part is going to be kind of confusing, so I'm going to explain it as best as I can. You want to put the bottom half around the top so that both cut edges are facing down and the right sides are kissing. So you're basically just going to put it on the outside of the top, pretty much. Move the edge of the bottom half up about a ½ inch so that there's a little gap and pin this down. You will then sew a straight stitch along the bottom half edge, if that makes sense. When you turn the bottom half right side out again, make sure to also push the seam allowance down towards the bottom of the shirt. Sew a straight stitch ½ inch down from the first seam to make a tunnel. Make sure when you're sewing that you sew on top of the seam allowance. So here's the bottom seam, and that's the one I just made, and as you can see, I was sewing on top of the seam allowance to make a tunnel. Flip your top inside out again and sew a V at the very bottom center of the top. Cut the seam allowance and also cut a slit in the center of the V. Make 2 holes in the center front of the tunnel or wherever you want your romper to tie at, and then you want to thread your string through the tunnel the same way that you would with the elastic in the previous tutorials. Finally, cut down the center at the neckline and you are finished, kind of. I mean, there's one more part, but it's totally optional. So I last minute decided to add ruching to the side of the shorts only because it was really gathered and I kind of wanted to hide it. So I just ruched the side by hand stitching gathers on the very bottom of the side of the shorts. Romper, fake romper thing. Besides the whole like little gathered crotch area, which is kind of a little hard to avoid because didn't have enough fabric there. I also cut this thing a little too deep. But anyways, I love this thing, not just the color, but it's just so cozy and I love really long sleeves for some reason. So this is the perfect romper. And because I cinched it on the side, I think it made this little gathered area a little bit more acceptable. It's not as hideous looking. It kind of is still really ugly, but I mean, there's nothing you could really do about it, and you could like throw it off the shoulder, do like a lounging look, you know. Thanks Dad for your clothes, you a real one. To say this, but I'm gonna put it in the video anyways just in case, because you never know. You guys, ask permission first before you raid your dad's closet and steal his clothes to cut up, because you never know, you might be cutting up his favorite shirt or it might have sentimental value. There's things in my closet that I have not worn in like years, but if someone were to steal it and take it and cut it up, I'd be like, whoa, hey, that was my favorite shirt from junior high in like 2010. Wait, I wasn't in junior high in 2010, what the heck? But you get the point. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give this video a big thumbs up to let me know that. If you guys really like this video and want to see me raid and transform other people's clothes, like, I don't know, my sister, my brother, my mom, my grandma, my grandpa, my next door neighbor, I don't know, whoever, let me know in the comments below whose closet you guys want to see me raid next, because I will do it. If you guys want to connect with me on social media, all my socials are at thenavarose. And before you guys, you know, exit, click off this video or whatever, I want to let you guys know that I try to respond to all of my DMs. It might take me a really long time time, but I do respond to them. But I just found out that Instagram actually deletes your DM requests if they're over a month old. So if you guys sent me like one of those heartfelt messages, which I love by the way, thank you guys so much for sending those. If you guys have sent one and it's been over a month and I haven't responded, there's a really big chance that Instagram actually deleted your message, so I probably have never seen it, and I'm so sorry that I missed it. So I don't know if you guys want to resend the message or whatever, but yeah, just know that I do respond and I do read all your guys' messages. On that note, that's pretty much all for this video. I love you guys all, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!